Hi Zoo fans, this is Brenda. Thank you for joining us today on today's Creature Feature Friday. We have some fun questions from Butts Road Intermediate School about alpaca. And assisting me today is Hermione. We also have Calico in the back, and then Troika is around here somewhere. She's our black alpaca if you happen to see her. I have a total of 26 questions from Butts Road Intermediate School. We'll go through as many of them as we can. The first one was, how big do they get? Well, they can get about 90 to 130 pounds. Do they spit like llamas? Yes. If so, how far? A few feet. Probably Hermione could get me right now. Do they hibernate? No, they're actually diurnal, which means they're active during the day and they actually sleep at night like we do. Do they have a long tongue like giraffes? No, it's kind of cool. They actually have a short tongue. They're grazers. They eat grass. The way that their tongues are configured in their mouth, they actually only eat the tips of the grass, so they don't disturb the vegetation as much as other grazers might. How do they protect or defend themselves? Well, they will actually stomp or run at a predator. These guys are kind of cool in that a lot of people don't know they're used as guard animals. A lot of farms that have chickens, flocks of chickens, will have alpaca on the farm because they will instinctively chase fox away from the area. What do they eat? They eat grass and hay. As you can see, they're a little fond of lettuce as well. Are they solitary or group animals? They're actually group animals. What other animals are they related to? And there was another question that asked what family they're in. Same kind of question. They're in the camel family, so they're related to camels and llamas. Somebody else asked the difference between llamas and alpaca. Llamas are much larger. They have longer ears. You notice the ears on an alpaca are a little bit short. They also have a longer face. And then the alpaca are actually known for the fiber that they produce in their fur. It's actually much finer than a llama. Can they be a pet? Well, I wouldn't recommend that you hold them in your house, but they are good farm animals. This is actually a domesticated species of the wild vicuna. So they've been domesticated so long, they've kind of branched off into their own little species. Which brings us to, somebody asked about their coloring, help them blend into their environment. Well, since they've been domesticated and their fiber is very valuable, a lot of times they breed them for their colors. So they may want a white alpaca or a black alpaca or a alpaca with some really cool colors. So actually it does not help them blend into their environment because they've been domesticated so long they don't really have an environment to blend into. Somebody asked how many colors do they come in? About 25 different color variations. Are they fast? They can run about 35 miles an hour. Can you ride it? Wouldn't recommend it. Why does it have a long neck? Well, because they are a prey species, they have a long neck so that they can look out for predators. If they're laying on a grass field and their head is still up, they can see far, far away to see if something's coming after them. They can live about 15 to 20 years. What kind of predators does it have? Well, the vicuna in the wild, their natural predators are mountain lions, bears, and coyotes. So they would have the same type of predators. And what is their habitat? They're actually from the high mountain foothills of Peru, and they were thought to be domesticated by Indians in the Andes Mountains first. A couple other things about these guys that are kind of cool. They are, like I said, in the camel family, which means they have 2 digits or 2 toes on their feet. And then they have a pretty wide span of connective tissue between those 2 toes, and it makes kind of a pad. They are ruminants, but not like, they are like cows in that they have a chambered stomach, unlike cows in that they have a 3-chambered stomach, and a cow would have a 4-chambered stomach. They have an upper lip that's split, You could probably, when you come through the farm and see them, you'll notice there's a little space in between their front lip, and that helps them kind of wrap their lips around rough forage when they're out eating. We talked about them spitting. There's another cool thing I wanted. Oh, their red blood cells are actually oval shaped. And one of the reasons that they think that is, these guys can actually get dehydrated pretty easily. If you have them on a farm, you want to make sure that they have water daily. If they do become dehydrated, that oval shape in the red blood cells actually helps move the cells in their body through their system a little bit better to keep them from getting compromised. And then they, of course, have the thick coat that helps them in cold weather. So usually in the farm area, especially with this winter when we've had the blizzard and whatnot, all the animals around here we're very concerned about. We make sure that they have heaters and they're locked in, and these guys, they have that nice fur coat on and they're just kind of like, we're fine. We baby them still a little bit, but they're doing okay. They have a gestation of about 300 to 350 days, so almost a year. They will give birth to one young, and the kid will stay with mom for about 6 to 8 months, and then can be separated from mom. And then at about 24 months old, so about 2 years old, they can start breeding. And like I said, their lifespan's about 20 years. And I think I covered most, if not all, of those questions. So thanks for joining me on Creature Feature Friday. See you next Friday when we talk about Abe, our eagle.